So here's the Dell XPS 1. I have it laying on the table, face down. Nothing's underneath it to bother the screen. Okay, and there's two screws. There's one right there, and one on the other side, which is actually missing, courtesy of whoever worked on it last. So you want to remove those two screws. Well, here we are. The screw's out, the one screw, and it's right there. You're going to come up here and use your fingers. You're going to push down on the top where the speaker is, and you're going to take your palm and push that way. So just grab it and pull it up forward and lift it up. It's only going to come up about 1/4 of an inch. You're going to take this whole thing off. I'm removing the foot stand. Okay, so one screw's there, one screw all Phillips head, another screw's here, another screw's here. On the other side, there's only 3 screws. So one here, one there, and one there. Make sure you keep them all together so you know where they go. Okay, the graphics card is underneath this heatsink. Now there's your CPU, that's your fan. Very clean, in fact. The fans look really clean. But to show you where about this is located at, here's your power, where you hook up. There's your memory chips, BIOS chip, and there's your graphics card. We're going to get in there and take a look. I'm going to reseat the card and try it out. There's 6 screws that we have to take out. We have the clicking. There we go. And pull it out that way. There is some liquid on the bottom. Just leave that on, because that stuff doesn't dry at all. Alright, there's 2 screws. There's one right here, and make sure you can see this. One right there, and one right there. We don't want to touch the circuit board in the wrong places, so you got to be careful with this. Once again, if you're not grounded, just touch the frame, and you'll be grounded. Now these, I'm going to put these right in the middle of the black screws over here, because they're silver screws. I want to take a look at the underside of this. It lifted up. So as soon as I did that, this thing lifted up, going that way. That's a chip. Is there a chip on the other side? I'm going to grab the sides and the top of that chip and wiggle it back and forth to pull it out. There's still a screw in there, so I want to get that and set it over there. So that's the video card screw. And that's the video card. So I don't see any burned chips at all. So what I'm going to do is just set this right back in. Line up the keyway that's right there. Wiggle it back in and push it and seat it all the way. You're not going to get the screws in unless that is all the way back in. It lifts up again. Take your screws. And these are very small screws. So I hold it into place, push this down, and put the screw in. Okay, and grab the other one. I know I took the plate off up there, took the hard drive out. Really don't need the hard drive in to test this. Just need the heatsink put back on this video card, and I can actually, without keyboard, mouse, or anything, I just want to see something up on the screen. So the heatsink, where did I put that thing? Right there. Okay, start now. The heatsink is right here. So we want to line that up. That one goes on top of that one. This one over here. Slide it underneath this guy. And straight down on top of wherever the screws go in. And I see a screw hole over there. So you want to look for those and kind of line it up. Believe me, they're not going to go in unless they're over. And there we go. Seats down, sits down nicely. In fact, the 2 screw holes, the screws are visible on the video card. I'm going to put this all the way back down. Okay, that's the video. I'm in the process of putting the stand back on, and there's something that you really have to be careful about, and it's these cables right here as you put this part back in. So just when you put this thing down, make sure you're looking around on the right side and left side that all the holes line up, all the connectors up inside here line up, and definitely the hole down there, I might have to go back and everything seats into place. Okay, you may want to put a screw on the base here and on the other side, and the screw maybe up here to hold it down because the weight is counteracted, not really counteracting, it's actually falling towards you. Well, we're getting ready to close this thing up. You want to make sure your memory chips are seated in and plugged in, everything, all the screws are down. Take one good look off, start from the right, work your way over to the left. Make sure all the screws are in. Nothing loose. Okay, this is back on there nice and good. And then we're going to go in complete reverse of what we did before when we took this thing off. So we're going to put it up about a quarter inch or so. Or less. I think that's like it's about a quarter inch. It sits down. Okay. Looks pretty even. And we slide it toward us. So actually it went on pretty easy. When this is done, there's one screw here that we took off before. You use a smaller Phillips head to do that. I'm going to put this right back in where it was when I took it out. I did inform the customer that he has one screw missing. So this is what holds on the back, and I couldn't find another screw that matches it. And he had stated that his brother or somebody, a friend of his, took it apart trying to fix it. So anyway, this concludes this video. I hope you like, it was helpful in some way. I need to test it now, see if the video actually works, the display on this actually works. Subscribe if you want and see a lot more. Bye.